Hey YouTube, what's going on, y'all? Kai here checking in with another video. Today we got Dallas Scoreboard back on the channel. This right here is Most Dangerous Gangs in Pleasant Grove. Let's gonna get into this video.
This video is for educational documentary purposes only. It is meant to provide an authoritative news reporting narrative of historic events that have occurred presented in a journalistic context.
Dallas is home to some of the roughest hoods in Texas. When discussing the topic of most dangerous neighborhoods in the Dallas area, you may hear places like South Dallas, Highland Hills, or Oak Cliff. But one hood stands out as the grimiest hood in the city. Pleasant Grove, or the Greedy Grove, is widely considered one of, if not the worst, hood in Dallas, Texas. Violence is synonymous with the section, being the place where some of the most traumatic events have unfolded. While the masses who aren't aware of what's going on around them may think that the violence around them is random, it's not necessarily the case. Cliques, crews, sets, posses, or gangs, however you would like to identify it, is a huge problem in the Pleasant Grove community. In today's video, we will look into the most dangerous gangs in Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove is one of Dallas's most feared and recognized hoods, and it has built that reputation strictly from bullying other known hoods in Dallas. The Grove is commonly known as an area you don't go around if you aren't familiar enough, especially at night. There are stories that have went around throughout the years from the Grove, tales of betrayal, money, and bloodshed. It is one of those hoods that is disturbingly tied to murder, a staple that unfortunately is still plaguing the modern era to this day. For as long as Dallas street culture has been around, there has always been a strong feud between the Grove and the historical Oak Cliff hood. No one knows why there is tension between the two sides, but it is widely known that Pleasant Grove natives aren't too fond of Oak Cliff natives. To better understand the history of Pleasant Grove politics, we must first know the main sections of the hood, consisting of two sides. 6-5, or known by its natives as 6 Rack, being Bruton and Masters, Lake June and Masters. Then 7-5 being the Woodland City area, right off of Highway 175, hence the name. However, 6-5 being the more commonly mentioned section when discussing the bloodshed heavily associated with the hood. Cliques were no new thing to Dallas youngsters throughout the 90s and early 2000s. Unfortunately, the 2010s would birth the beginning of a new generation of young men that would change Dallas completely.
I done did a lot of shit. I done put a lot of tricks. I done sold a lot of dope. Been around a lot of hills. I done a lot of bitch. Ran through so many bands. I done hit a lot of jokes. I spit this shit with my mans.
Ben Frank Gang, or BFG, is a neighborhood crip set from the 444 Oak Hollow apartments in 7-5. With notable members like Sweeney, Deuce, and Strap, BFG would mark their territory in the Grove as
Strap. Ain't he like a main rapper, like a real rapper?
their strong point. Meanwhile, in the 6-5 section, another group of savages would establish themselves as soldiers.
Number 7. He be with don't he be with what's bruh name? What's bruh name? Damn it man, go yo.
I am number 7.
YNB Stretch Gang, or Youngins Never Break, would emerge from the slums during the early 2010s, with some of their most active members being Nwai Nizzle, Number 7, and Edcho. Once Chicago drill became a major wave in mid-2012, a lot of cities would become influenced and take after the practices of their favorite artists. These two groups would introduce the city to an unexpected rise in violence, as it would spark the foundation for gang culture in Dallas. The beef between these two gangs would be publicized heavily on social media, through rap diss songs, as well as shocking violence that would play out in real life. The beef would spiral so out of control, even having the local news outlets reporting on the politics being fueled by the music and disrespectful antics. Sweeney aka Osama, a beloved original member of BFG would unfortunately lose his life to the war in March of 2016. This is by far one of the biggest and most important deaths in Dallas street culture.
2 murders that happened in Northeast Dallas, and they said it was all started by a gun battle.
They're still sorting out details. Jenny is live at police headquarters to explain.
Yeah, and the investigation here is still pretty fresh, but Dallas police tell us they believe that a couple of groups of people met at an apartment complex. There was an argument of some sort, and that's what led to the gun battle. So I want to take you to one of the scenes here and take you through the story as we know it at this point in the morning. Early evidence indicates both men were shot here at the Las Brisas apartments in the Lake Highlands area of Dallas. One man was found shot to death in the breezeway, so that was around 12:40 this morning. Just prior to that, another gunshot victim was found after a 911 call was made about 1.5 miles away. That man was found at the La Bella Apartments on Royal near Abrams. He was near an SUV, which had also been shot. He died shortly after arriving at the hospital.
As stated before, the younger generation would be heavily influenced by the Chicago drill scene. Dissing and mocking the deaths of your fellow rivals on songs would become a popular trend for young Dallas gang members. In some cases, too popular. As today, there are at least 10 plus gangs that terrorize the surrounding neighborhoods coming from the treacherous section. NHG, or No Hospital Gang, is one of the most popular sets in the modern day. Hailing from the prolific 6'5" section, NHG has set their name as one of the more ruthless groups. Members like Lil Chop, Bang 6, and Bangman are the faces of the violent set of savages. NHG is known to be at odds with predominantly Oak Cliff gangs, like Channel 4, PCE, and OTG. Their beef with the group PCE is extremely personal, it seems.
Hey, bitch, I'ma just keep it 100 with you, bitch. Your music's not good, you suck your partner's dick in this shit. Yeah, you were probably locked up, but your whole gang ain't did shit. NHG got too many father soldiers. You can't beef with me. You don't got more money than me. You ain't having more emotion than me. You walking out here. You gotta walk to see your or you gotta catch your Uber. You ain't fucking with me, nigga. You been in jail too long. You came home, tried to drop that shit. Suck. Leave that shit, dude. This shit dude doing suck too. I don't like none of you niggas' music. And I already put this shit, your real, your partner's real. If I'm lying, I can die on my neck. You niggas ran. You hear me? I don't even do this. I don't gotta talk. But don't text me, nigga. You get you on Texas, like Texas drill, whatever. Shaking your hips, you a bitch. Get up with me.
Snake, a member of NHG, was unalive not too far from his own home in July 2023. He is heavily dissed by his rivals. Sayibla, better known as Say Say, was a fallen member of the group 6K, a set clicked up with NHG, as well as AOF. AOF is a set of vice lords mostly from Mississippi, with their most notable member being the
Mississippi? How fucking far? How close is Mississippi to motherfucking Dallas, Texas? What the fuck?
a set clicked up with NHG, as well as AOF. AOF is a set of vice lords mostly from Mississippi, with their most notable member being the rapper AOF Key. They are from the Hamilton Park section of North Dallas, better known as Ho Pimp TX. Peyton Lawrence, or Pei, was another well-known member of 6K, who was sadly unalived in December 2023 by Mesquite PD.
The family is mourning the death of their 19-year-old loved one. He was shot by a veteran Mesquite police officer. Now investigators are trying to piece together all the details to figure out exactly what happened. Now, this is what we do know right now. The officer spotted what he says was a stolen vehicle early yesterday morning near Cartwright and Faith and P. Lucas Boulevard. Police say 19-year-old driver Peyton Lawrence was in a stolen car. When the officer confronted him at a gas station, police say Lawrence tried to avoid being noticed and then was uncooperative. At some point, the officer opened fire, killing Lawrence.
Even though his ops didn't get to him, he is still dissed ruthlessly by his enemies, often making the reference to him putting his hands up before he was unalived. 300 is a reckless fact.
Hey, bruh, you don't get cool points for talking about some shit that you didn't do. I'm sorry, bro. Like, we gotta keep that shit always G. It's like if a nigga died in a car crash and y'all wasn't chasing him or nothing, like, nigga just was drunk as shit. You don't get cool points for that. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, we gotta keep that shit always G.
Action of youngsters from the Woodland City 75 section of Pleasant Grove. They are located in the Asante Apartments, or the 3. Lil Lonnie, or as he is known to his musical audience, Backdoe King 75, is the most popular member of the 300 set, as well as his fellow rap partner Sino. Team 3 beefs with C4G. You can find clips of Lonnie clowning Mark for crying on live after losing C4G member Traylon.
Somebody probably just died, it ain't mine. I ain't got no yet, but I'm for sure finna smoke his ass out of black, bro. On the guys, folks. In the 3 right now, bitch.
Lonnie, not even the age of 17 yet, has proven himself as an all-star D1 crash out, going viral sometime in April for bringing a switch to school.
Man, what? Bruh, what? See, I don't know how. See, that's the thing. I don't know how these other niggas get to school. I don't know if they gotta catch a bus or nothing. But where I'm at, nigga, we walk to school. Meaning walk, get on like the public transport, like metro buses, metro trains, and shit like that. Man, you hide them bitches, bro. You hide them bitches, bro. If your peoples ain't got no wheels, like, you hide them bitches, bro. You don't not bring them bitches into school, fool. It's how innocent motherfuckers get hit, man.
Following him mag dumping out of a moving car towards occupied residences, members of 300 are sure signs of reasons why kids aren't kids anymore. OTS, a blood set from the 444 Oak Hollow apartments along with BFG, has become the talk of the town in recent months.
Okay, so that nigga's a popular nigga. He did reaction to some of his music videos.
Hollow apartments along with BFG has become the talk of the town in recent months due to their violent tendencies and often sickening acts of dehumanization towards their rivals. At war with sets like PCE, ATM, as well as Channel 4, one beef of theirs has left more bloodshed than any of them. I'm talking about their ongoing feud between the Crip set FBG out of 4 Deuce, a well-respected section in South Dallas. There has been at least 4 lives lost to their beef since its start in 2020. Fats, or Fat Daddy, was an 18-year-old member of FBG who was unfortunately unalived only minutes after pulling up to a park gathering on April 17, 2021. John, a fallen member of FBG, would be unalived when he was caught in the crossfire at a party July of 2021. That's today's video. If you enjoyed, I ask that you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comment what you would like to see next. If you haven't already, make sure you follow me on Instagram to keep up with what will be coming next. Thanks for watching.
See y'all boys in the next video. Fuck that stupid ass gunshot and stuff, bro.